Good evening and welcome to the Monster Cave. I am Jon, your host, and welcome to the 7th edition / episode of the Monster Cave. Oh boy, before we get going on the show, I want to tell you a little bit about, I grew up in the 1980s. And when I was a kid, I used to ride my bike down to the Ma and Pa store, which was Gallagher's back in the day. And I would go to the rental section, and then I'd, VHS back in the day, and I'd, try to find whatever horror movies I could find and bring them home and, tape them. But really that's what this episode is about. It's about the 1980s horror movies, specifically the special effects and the practical effects, because not only were the actors or the music important, so were the special effects and the guys that did them. So with that, oh boy, we got a great show for you guys tonight. Oh yeah, we got a 17-year-old kid who literally is having growing pains. We have a town that's taken over by killer cockroaches. And we have the great B-movie actors, Bo Hopkins and Wings Hauser, great guys, fighting toxic zombies. So with that, let me talk about or show you the first movie I want to show in my cave tonight. Is the 1982 horror classic, The Beast Within, starring Ronnie Cox, Stevie Besh, L.Q. Jones, R.G. Armstrong, and Paul Clemens as the kid who's turning into a monster. So let's take a look at that trailer. So let's watch!
Warning. This preview cannot show all of the terrifying and grotesque transformation sequences from the last 30 minutes of The Beast Within. The filmmakers strongly suggest that those who may be shocked by this unique, horrifying movie use caution when seeing the film. There's something inside of Michael.
Never seen anything like it before.
Something that's been waiting, watching, and growing.
Michael?
Something evil.
I know you're in here.
And whatever it is ready to be released.
I came back for them. All of them.
And now no one is safe. You have been warned. You are dared to remain calm during the horrifying final 30 minutes of The Beast Within. Even you may not survive. You have been warned.
All right, so anyway, yes, that is a great trailer. The funny thing about that trailer is they do the warning spot. Oh, by the way, this is my pet bat, Waldemar. Hey, Waldemar. Yeah, he's a regular down here in the cave. Yeah, he likes to get in front of me because he thinks he's the star of the show. Yeah, oh yeah, he's cute. I love him. All right, go back up in your cave, Waldemar. Go on. All right, there you go. So anyway, the warning at the beginning of the trailer was it hooked kids to watch the last 30 minutes of the movie, and it was quite the gimmick, what they did back in the day. But anyway, I want to show you the poster to this movie, The Beast Within. So let's take a look at that. So anyway, yes, you have the American poster, which it's funny because I couldn't tell if his head was splitting open or what, but then I realized he's looking up at the sky. So this motion picture contains scenes of extremely graphic and violent horror. Yeah, and of course the other poster is the German poster, and it translates the angel face, the 3 Nights of Horror. Angel face. I don't know. Anyway, this movie is one of the better, really overlooked movies from the 1980s. I kind of want to tell you a little bit about the story. On a dark and stormy night, Eli McCleary and his new wife Carolyn are driving in Mississippi, and they end up going off the road and into the ditch. Well, Eli McCleary, being the man that he is, gets out and he says, y'all like stay here, I'll be right back. Yeah, I'm gonna go back and get some chicken. You're gonna walk, 3 miles back to the gas station for help. Take your your new wife with you. You're gonna leave her sit there out in the dark by herself. How about this? How about you make her walk back and for help? Walk back for help. So, I'm gonna go get some chicken, honey. I'll be right back while you sit here. So anyway, she's out there and she lets the dog out, and the dog runs out, and this creature's out there, and it rapes her. So 17 years later, their son Michael is going through these changes. His body's growing so fast. The doctors can't figure it out. So anyway, Michael ends up turning into, of all things, a cicada. A cicada. What? I don't get it. He's over there. Anyway, the effects in this movie were awesome. They were outrageous. I mean, a little bit of trivia for you. What they did was this was in the time where they're doing bladder special effects. So what they would do is they take condoms and they would put the condoms over the guy's face and then put the makeup over it, and then the bladders would expand, and it was really cool effect. So with that, I wanted to show you the scene where Michael transforms into a cicada. And just be warned, parents, that if your kids are in the room right now, you might want to shuffle them out because this scene's kind of graphic. So let's take a look at this scene. So let's watch. Okay, oh my gosh. Every time I see that scene, I think, is this kid constipated? Get this guy a laxative, for crying out loud. But it's a great scene. It's a great movie. A little trivia for you as well. Ronnie Cox, who plays Eli McCleary, he was also in Deliverance, by the way, that. He sang his own songs in this movie, so when you're watching it, if you hear a country song going on, that's Ronnie Cox. So anyway, I give this movie 5 monster faces. It's a classic. I watch it every year, sometimes more than once a year because it's really good, but I suggest you check it out, so check it out. Alrighty, so the next movie that's playing in my cave tonight is the 1988 so-so movie, The Nest, starring Robert Lansing and Lisa Langlois. Okay, so if you hate cockroaches as much as I do, you're definitely going to want to see this movie because you just might learn to love them. So anyway, let's check out the trailer of this movie, so let's watch.
They've defied evolution for 300 million years. But now, they're changing.
Is it them?
The Nest.
All right, yeah, that's, the trailer's awesome. I love trailers. I always say that, and I'll say it until I'm dead. But also, I want to tell you, Lisa Langlois, who's the female lead in this movie, she has also been in some horror movies as well. She's been in Happy Birthday to Me, and she was in another Nature Runs Amok movie, Deadly Eyes. So that's what this movie really is. It's a Nature Runs Amok movie. The cockroaches, they got into some chemical, I think, or something. And they just start, taking over this town. The movie, what's funny is I watched this movie with a friend of mine, Dan, who's the guest on my last episode, and he loved it. And I showed him all three of these movies I'm talking about. That's the one he liked the most. So everyone's got a different, opinion, is what I'm trying to say. And hey, great, but I found the movie pretty dull, but the special effects are cool, especially this next scene that's coming up. It's the scene where Robert Lansing becomes this weird creature because he's been infected by cockroaches. They're in his body and they're coming out of his body. So let's take a look at that clip. So let's watch. All right, yes, that was a great scene. Anyway, before I forget, I wanted to show you a couple of posters to The Nest. All right, so you have the first one, which is the American poster, and it's roaches have never tasted meat until now, and then Obama says, she's just an appetizer. The 80s, I tell you. And then you got the other poster where it shows him like transform into the king cockroach. And if there were posters out there that show transformations, I like those posters even better. So anyway, if you love cockroaches, which I do not, or you hate cockroaches, I suggest you check out this movie. It's okay. I'll give it a 4 monster face. Anyway, I think you should check it out. All right, so tonight in the Monster Cave, I have a special guest. I have Richard on my show.
Great to see you again, John. My honor to be on the Monster Cave.
Richard, it's an honor to have you on the show too, but what's up with the gauze? Were you in an accident?
No, I've been in my laboratories. My magic potions. I've been working on some experiments.
Potions? What potions are you talking about?
The drugs I took seemed to light up my brain. Suddenly I realized the power I held, the power to rule, to make the world grovel at my feet.
Oh man, you've been messing with those drugs again, haven't you? I told you to stay off of those things. You're going to light your brain up.
No, power, I said. power to walk into the gold vaults of the nations, into the secrets of kings, into the Holy of Holies, power to make multitudes run squealing at the terror at the touch of my invisible finger.
No, we will not leave you alone. You have too much power. What are you doing?
You can't stop me! Hey! I told you to leave me alone! What the hell am I even on this stupid show for? I'll tell you what, there's a souvenir for you!
Oh my gosh! I don't know what is going on here, man. Oh my gosh! You're coming apart.
I'll show you what's. I tried to tell you to leave me alone. Now you're gonna see. You want to see what I really look like? You're gonna see what happens when you mess with me.
Oh my God!
Okay.
Don't see what the. Oh my God!
Feel the power of the Invisible Man!
Oh
I'm back!
My God!
And you fools watching the Monster Cave, you're gonna see the power of the Invisible Man!
My God, he's invisible!
You gotta bow down to the power the Monocane has taken me over.
Oh my God, you're headless and you're handless. God, is your whole body like this?
And I've had enough of that Send in the Clone Show with Rance McGrew. I'm going to go out and I'm going to come on his show. He's really going to be in trouble.
Richard, this is a family show, man. What are you... Oh my God.
And I'm going to get that Rance McGrew. I'm tired of watching that dumb Send in the Clone Show. What are you doing on that? Get out of here! Get out of here! What do you want?
I want to get you, Invisible Man.
No, you're not. You can't catch me. I'm the Invisible Man.
To bite your finger, it's a Dracula day. Just set the clock, just try your luck.
If Dracula's cape opens, you have to put your finger in his mouth and press the lever. If he leaves a mark on your finger, you have to start over again.
He didn't bite me!
If you can sneak all the way around Dracula's house, you'll win the day.
You're not supposed to bite people.
It's a Dracula game.
I bought To Bite Your Finger from Hasbro.
I hope the Invisible Man, or Richard, has disappeared for real, because I know he's invisible and he's around here somewhere. Don't take my cup. Please don't take my cup. Anyway, that commercial that you just watched was a commercial for the I Want to Bite Your Finger game. And anyway, I want to show you the game. I actually had the game from when I was a kid. And yeah, there you go. So, pretty much what you do is you try to make it around Dracula's castle on the board game. And what you did was you'd have to move this clock. Now, if you hit the clock at the wrong point, he would open up his cape, and then you'd have to take your finger and put it in his mouth. And you push down on this part on the back of his head, and if it didn't go down all the way, you were safe. But if you got bit and he'd leave two little tiny marks on your finger, you'd have to go all the way back to start. So anyway, I actually found this not too long ago, and I said, oh, this would be perfect to have on my cave, or in my cave. So anyway, just wanted to show you that. So, all right, so the last movie that's playing in my cave tonight is the 1984 horror classic Mutants, also known as Night Shadows, also known as The Pestilence, starring the great B-movie actors Wings Hauser and Bo Hopkins, also starring Lee Montgomery and Jennifer Warren. So let's check out the trailer to this movie. So let's watch.
From the depths of the earth, through the shrouded mist, it is coming, the final phase of an accident of nature.
Nothing human could have this in its veins and live.
It is unexplainable, unbelievable and uncontrollable. You can't see it in the darkness or hear it in the silence, but you can feel its presence and sense the danger. Mutant.
Don't go out there.
Its time has come. Mutant. Any one of us could be one of them. There is no place left to run. Nowhere left to hide. And there is no escape.
We're gonna get out of here, you understand me? We're gonna get out.
Mankind's deadliest threat would not come from the skies. Mutant.
All right, yes, that's a great trailer. Very great trailer. Anyway, I wanted to show you the posters to Mutants. As you can see, there's the original movie poster right here. And now, when I saw this movie in the VHS store in Starland in Marshall, this is the VHS box cover. Now, when you see something like that, you don't immediately think like toxic zombies. You're thinking there's a big mutant creature that's going around killing people. That's not what happened when I first saw the movie. Anyway, well, it's about two brothers, Josh and Michael, who are taking a road trip down south, and they have car problems. And they end up walking into the town of Goodland, which is pretty much, people are getting sick. And no one knows why people are all of a sudden disappearing. And turns out, well, they end up renting a couple rooms in this house, and Michael ends up disappearing. Well, Josh, who is, Wingshauser plays Josh, walks into town and he's looking for his brother. And he ends up running to Holly, who's the love interest of the movie, and Bo Hopkins plays the sheriff, which he pretty much does in every movie. So anyway, what's going on with this movie is these people are, they're getting infected with this toxic waste. And they're becoming these, vampire zombie things that need human blood. And they really can't go out in daylight. But there's a scene where Jennifer Warren, who plays the doctor, her hospital gets broken into and they take blood. Well, it's during the day. How is that possible? Anyway, I want to show you a couple clips to this movie. I got some really good ones. The first one is where Dr. Tate, who's played by Jennifer Warren, is talking to the sheriff, who's played by Bo Hopkins. And this is right after this body falls on Wingshauser's character. And as they're wheeling the body out, Jennifer Warren or Myra Tate says, "Just give me one night with the body, just one night."
I said, no, Ma, look, I got my job to do and you got your job to do.
All I want is one night with the body. Just one night.
That scene never, it never fails to make me laugh. All right, so the next scene is, okay, the reason I'm showing this movie is, well, not only because it's really good, but there's a scene where Myra Tate's other doctor who works with her has been infected with the toxic waste and now is becoming a zombie. So let's take a look at that scene. So let's watch.
The hands of this poor creature would burst open because the body part could not withstand the pressure. I called her a creature just now because there's no way in heaven that she could still be human. This mutation somehow causes an increasing need for blood. How it is ingested from the other organisms still baffles me. I can only assume that it has something to do with the openings in the hands. They resemble the orifices used by leeches in sucking blood from their host's body. There's no telling how far this has spread. God help us if there are any more of these creatures.
So anyway, I wanted to give you a little trivia on this movie. Edward L. Montoro, who was he's the producer of Film Ventures International. He did a lot of like the movies from back in the day. He actually worked with Bud Cardos, who directed this movie, and he did The Dark, which I did on a couple episodes before. So anyway, this movie, it went it did really poorly at the box office, and so Film Ventures International, or VFI, went into bankruptcy, and Edward L. Montoro took like $1 million and left the country, and no one's heard from him since. So it's really kind of a mystery, when you think about it. But anyway, this is a great movie. It's Wings Hauser. You can't go wrong with Wings Hauser or Bo Hopkins. They're great B-movie actors. They're fun to watch. But anyway, I give it 5 monster faces, and I think you should check it out. So check it out. All right, so we're coming to the end of our episode, and right now I just want to give out some, shouts and screams, which is thank you. I want to thank CCX Media for let me have the opportunity to film my episode. I'll say it once, I'll say it again, I'll say it 1,000,000 times. You're making a kid's dreams come true. I also want to thank Richard the A-Bomb Platty. He's got his own show on, free access. I want to thank Rance McGrew, who's got his own show on here, Sending the Clones. And I want to thank Mary Melange, who's got her own show, Mary's Eclectic Interests. Nailed it! And I want to thank Waldemar, my pet Waldemar, for being on the show. Thank you, Waldemar.
Thank you. And for the mutants and Robert Lansing.
That's right. Thank you so much. I'll come back down later on and I'll feed you.
All right, I'll be here.
Okay. What do you want for food?
Blood. What do you think?
Okay. All right.
Cockroaches.
I got a cockroach for you.
All right.
I want to thank Film Ventures International, Vestron Video. I want to thank MGM. I want to thank Scream Factory or Shout Factory. I want to thank my mom, my dad. I want to thank my daughter Aubrey, who's a big fan of my show. Waldemar's just flying around. I want to thank my supervisor Chris for letting me take the day off today. It's been hectic at work, but he was nice enough to do that for me. So thanks, Chris. And I want to thank my family and my friends. I want to thank my girlfriend for supporting me. And with that, I just want to say thank you for watching, and I'll see you in your nightmares. Oh, by the way, did you check out my shirt?